Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is going to be somewhat of a soapbox chronicle. Somewhat. I'm not going to rant, I'm not going to scream and yell, but just some things that came up. Okay, let's do this long story short. I did a video back in January, and a lot of you seen the video. It was a video about my cousin's party. She had this party for her 50th. It was a big, extravagant party for her 50th. They had it at the casino and all of that. And I kind of like vlogged throughout the day, you know, myself getting dressed and all of that and going to the party. And then afterwards, I kind of vlogged afterwards and told you about the great time that I had at the party. It was just a fabulous party. Well, that was that. So, that was that. Everything was fine. Now, here we are. It's like 2 months later, and I'm kind of confused because there's all this animosity going around now and all of this chatter. You know, not a ghetto has a chatter. And, you know, the chatter always comes back to the source of what we're actually talking about, and it's me. So, now, this cousin, we're cousins. It's not some fly-by-night kind of stuff like that. Literally, my mother and her mother are first cousins. We are cousins, flat out. Family, if you will. So now, party's over and all that. I've heard nothing from my cousin. I've heard nothing from her mother, nothing from her brother. But I get all the chatter. The mother's upset. The brother's really upset. He's like fucking campaigning about shit. And supposedly my cousin's upset. So I don't understand why nobody came to me to tell me that you're upset. Now I'm just going to go over with you guys a few of the things that were actually said. It was said that I was disrespectful to even come in to her party dressed that way. Another thing, it was her day, and how dare me come in trying to outdo her on her day. And 3, no matter how hard I try, I'll never be as pretty as her. Okay, all of that's ridiculous. All of that is really ridiculous, but just the same. So I'm saying, okay, so if it really bothered you, anything about it bothered you that much, why hasn't there been a phone call, a text message, anything? There's been nothing like this at all. Nobody has done this. And my cousin, the boy one, is her brother, actually. I'm hearing the most from, you know, with him. I'm hearing how he carried on so bad at the party. You know, and I didn't know, you know, he's in the ballroom. Literally, when I came into the ballroom, he came up to me and he said, "Oh, you look so nice." And he hugged me. And then he went on. But here, story tells, after that, he literally went around the party and he was just ripping me a new one. I didn't get that. And then to top it all off, he's gay. So what? Really? So I don't understand the issue here. Is it a gay issue? Is it a drag issue? I can't see why it would be either, because one, like I said, I'm gay, he's gay, so you got one of your own. So that's, you know, I don't get that. 2, a gay issue. Again, I'm gay, he's gay. Drag, it can't be. Like, what's the problem with the drag thing? This cousin has literally been going to shows of mine since I've been having shows. We're talking 1993. You've been coming to shows. We've collaborated and thrown functions with me as the headliner together. You've borrowed shoes. You've borrowed earrings. Hell, I had to actually borrow my clutch that I carry because all the clutches I had are around at your house. So I'm just confused. I'm confused. I don't know. This shit just really came from out of left field. Now, I'm going to give you some more details before I actually, because I'm going to ask you all to go ahead down in them comments and tell me what you think, because I'm just confused. Dazed and confused at this point. Just a little background. Again, like I said, me and that cousin, we hung a lot, okay? Now, we had a little situation where we weren't talking to each other for a little over a year, okay? But we cleared that up and everything, and we've been, talking, and everything was fine like that ever since, like, what? It's been months. But again, now, you have certain parties. I was not invited to any parties that you had. She has an annual Halloween party in October. I wasn't invited to that. She had a Christmas party. I wasn't invited to that. But I was invited to your party in January. And if there's something still hanging over from that other stuff, then I think I just shouldn't have been invited. And that's the other thing. If you were really so bothered about how I was dressed, why didn't you just say, ask me to leave your party or something if it made you uncomfortable? I don't get it. I don't know, why were you uncomfortable with that? I just don't get it. How could you be uncomfortable about me wearing my drag? You're not uncomfortable when you wear my drag. So I don't know. I'm not getting it. Something's just not right there. Now, and keep in mind, she's turning 50. So, all the people basically at the party, they're all from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? They all know me. There wasn't a person in that room that didn't know that I do female impersonation. Now, granted, I've never actually been to a function just totally dressed. But what you need to know, this bald head and all of this, what you see, this is all very new, okay? I've always been more on the flamboyant side. This is totally new. If you go back to my old videos, just on my channel, you see my looks always change. And this is where we're at this point. But, I've always been very much on the flamboyant side. And now I'm going to just say this, because when she turned 35, this same cousin, when she turned 35, she had a big party. And I came to the party. And at that time, my own hair was like shoulder length at that point. And I actually had braids and stuff. And then I actually had my hair in a ponytail. I wore a suit, which was like a wide leg pants. And it was a short jacket. And the jacket had fur on the cuffs. And I remember being at that party, and I was there for a little bit. And then my cousin's crew, she has this crew. It's like 3 or 4 girls who she's always there, like her besties. And we had laughed so bad because I was there for about 20 minutes, and then they came over and they were talking to me, and they were saying, you know what? We didn't even know who you were. We thought you was a girl. And then we were like, who is this bitch coming up in here all short? She said, we was throwing you major shade from over in the corner, but then we figured out it was you. So, and we laughed about that. Now that's been 15 years ago. So that just kind of a little bit of how, my flamboyance has always been there. This is nothing new. Now, yes, granted, I've never been to a party completely dressed in drag, but literally, come on, I could put some lip liner on and I would have damn near been there. So I'm flabbergasted. I don't understand. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what this campaign of, talking about me like this is. I just don't get it. So, okay, that's it. I've said enough. Like I said, I wasn't going to yell and scream and carry on and do, but because I'm really not so much mad. I'm really like, again, just lost in the sauce as to what the hell, what is the problem? What is the problem? But anyway, you guys go on down there in the comments. Let me know what you think happened. Why do you think that things are the way they are? And keep in mind, my aunt's been around. Well, she's actually, her mother's my cousin, but I call her aunt because she's so much older. I've done her hair since the party. She didn't say anything. And my cousin, we've been in contact with each other, and then she hasn't said anything. But then when all the talking started, I've noticed they kind of like pulled back, and I'm like, that's nothing but a guilt when you pull back like that. I ain't heard from nobody. But yeah, it's been a lot of talk over the last 3 weeks or so. A lot of talking, a lot of different crowds. My phone's been ringing off the hook. And it's kind of a thing of like, anybody that will listen to the bullshit, we're running this bullshit. I'm just confused. I don't know, what is it based on? I don't understand. But yeah, definitely go ahead, take a look at it and see what you guys think. Tell me what you think the problem is. There's another actual link. I'll put the link down for, the other video that I actually did coming from the party. If you didn't happen to catch it, you could actually go take a look at that link. I mean, everything that I did and everything I said was very genuine. I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay, guys, we'll talk again later. All right, bye for now, guys.